Good morning, Instagram. Hey, I'm admiring my own kind of okay hair skills this morning. So, just making sure I'm present and people are alerted that I'm popping on for my meditation this morning. So, I'm here a little bit early before we get started. Got my Princess Leia shirt on. Got very tall hair today. Okay, we're being told that people are here. I'm going to start pressing the Facebook button as well. There we go. I'm live on both. And in case you're there, good morning, Facebook. I'm just waiting till 7 o'clock to really get started. I feel like you guys are super close to my face. Like I kind of want to back up a little bit. There we go. It feels a little bit better. A little bit more space. So I'm changing my background because every Wednesday what I was doing is moving my desk, which is a snack tray, moving my chair, good morning, Brian, that I sit in all day, moving my tripod to this other height, clearing out that whole space. Then after the meditation, I was putting it all back and I just don't want to do it. I'm feeling very impatient today. So I'm coming to you from a different side of my bedroom slash office, and I got the window behind me and the bird sounds. Let's listen. I hear it, right? It's pretty meditative. It counts. Hey, Aaron. So I'm not moving my furniture. I have so much gratitude for you guys, but today is not a moving furniture kind of day. No, thank you, as my kid would say. So let's shake off the day. I really want to have like a F it kind of day. That's what the mood is for me. But I'm going to a virtual conference and I got this meditation and I have a lot of work to do. Hey, Andy. So it looks like it's just 7 o'clock. So let's start just noticing our breath. And we're going to work on noticing our thoughts and our patterns today. So make sure you have your coffee cup and your nerd shirt. Let's see, I have Harry Potter today. I like the weight of this cup. Plus it's just fun because, Harry Potter. So just be present without judging what's going on for you today, right? I want to just say F it and get back into bed, throw the blanket over myself, and stamp my feet. That's totally where I'm at right now. It's not going to be helpful. It doesn't help my kid or my husband or my job or anything. It doesn't help anything. But that's what I'd like to do. So actually it kind of works out that I have to get up and prep for this. So we can shake it out. Let's just notice our contact points on the floor, right? Is your butt touching the ground? Or are you in a chair? Are you upright? Do you have some sun behind you? Hey, Crystal. Good morning, everybody. And thank you so much for joining, right? Maybe you're having an F it kind of day. And that's all right? We don't have to judge it. It's just what is, and we can be uncomfortable. That's a pattern that all humans have, is we go, ooh, that makes me uncomfortable. I'm going to run away. I don't want to feel it. I'm going to stop it down, right? We just can't be happy all the time. I considered it this morning. I thought, okay, how am I going to pretend to be happy for my live meditation? And then I thought, that's terrible role modeling, Rachel. You can be grumpy and mad and not desperately want a haircut. So we can just roll with it and enjoy our coffee and be present. And I'm going to be quiet for a moment. It's possible. And I just want you to sit and notice what's coming up, right, internally. What thoughts are you avoiding? Be open to what thoughts are happening. So what's coming up for you? Let's just notice. Do you want to stamp your feet and throw a tantrum like me? Just this is not happening. I don't want this to be what's going on, right? You want to fight reality. You don't want to be uncomfortable, right? Oh, hey, Roxana. So, welcome everybody. Yeah. Right? So, like, what don't you want to be feeling? And just notice that it arises and just be with it. And notice the internal fight, right? So, like, discomfort comes up and you having a case of the effets, right? And you don't want to feel what you're feeling, but see what your other side says, right? It says, don't do it. But maybe part of you says, what if I can just like let it happen? What if I can just let it move through me and then be done with it? Because that can happen too. And this is how we can kind of clear out that gunk in our heads, right? And in our bodies too, right? All the gunk, just like breathing gunk and nasal gunk, sinus gunk, but also our thought gunk, right? Clear minds are not empty minds, right? That's for monks or pretendy yogi guru types, not me. Hey, Jesse. So let the stuff come up and just notice it. And then notice your pattern of trying to avoid it. Or maybe you're way better at this than me. Maybe you are like, yeah, I want my discomfort, right? I embrace it. Then good for you. You're way past the journey point that we're at, right? But I want us to notice our patterns of thinking and how much we really avoid how uncomfortable negative emotions can be. My kid is calling for me. She just has to wait. That's uncomfortable too. So just be with that discomfort and frustration. And if anyone wants to share noticing their patterns, feel free to put it in the chat down there. It's all good. But be present with what is and then start to notice your patterns. Because when you notice your thoughts, you can work on managing them better, right? I can't believe my kid will not wake up late. And late meaning past 6:30, right? She used to sleep till 7. And with this whole pandemic and not being as tired and not having as many friends and things to do, she just will not sleep late anymore. Just won't do it. It's frustrating. And I feel bad for her too, right? I feel bad for me. And then I might feel selfish about being mad at a 3-year-old. And I'm not actively mad at her, but internally, I'm a little mad. I'm a little frustrated, right? And that's okay. I don't need to judge it, right? I don't need to judge it. This is really hard times. And so I can notice my pattern and I can work on my thoughts. Because being mad at a toddler, not helping anybody, right? Embracing the fuckets and getting back into bed is not going to help anybody either. So notice what stuff's coming up. Be present and open with it. And then you have the power to choose. You could be conscious of your thoughts. Maybe give it a little shake, give it a little wiggle. Oh, my shoulders are killing me. Been doing a lot of like crab walking exercises. Man, shoulders are hard. And then notice how that thought impacts your mood, right? So I want to be mad at my toddler. I don't want to go to work today. Right? I wish this pandemic was done. Are those helpful thoughts? Absolutely not. Nope. And they can come up. We don't have to judge them. We can just let them move on their way, off on the highway of our minds, and have a new one come up right after it. 10 million more thoughts. That's an exaggeration. It's like 60,000 or some large amount, right? Just allow it to roll through you, be uncomfortable, and you'll be surprised how quickly it moves on. I'm already feeling better because I'm unleashing it on you guys. Plus, I have an awesome shirt and an awesome mug, right? Some people want to like dress up for work and that makes them feel good. That is not what makes me feel good. Sometimes putting on a dress might make me feel good. My kid's been dressing up in dresses too. Mostly what makes me feel good is a super nerdy shirt and like a giant cup of coffee. This isn't even that big. I bet I can find a bigger mug in my cabinet. Are you guys feeling a little bit better? We're past the halfway point. So as we breathe and we don't judge and we notice how clear our thoughts can be, right? When we pay attention, our patterns become pretty clear. They're just right there in front of us. They're actually within us, right? If we can do that, we can then choose differently and impact our mood and our emotions. Stomping your feet might feel good too. Let's see if we could do that, right? I don't want this to be what's happening. It feels kind of good. I get it. Hey, Heather, good morning. So once we notice our thoughts, and we can kind of pull them apart, that they're not based on fact, right? And they're certainly not based in reality a lot of the time, right? My thought, this pandemic shouldn't be here, not helpful, not based in reality, doesn't do anything. My kid needs to sleep later. That's an expectation that I can't have right now because all of our routines have been disrupted. That we're settled into a new one, still totally different than most of our lives, right? Those are not helpful thoughts, which creates a really big discomfort and emotions that match that. And if I could think, all right, we're doing the best we can given the circumstances. I'm super grateful that I have an awesome job and I'm my own boss right now. And I'm starting new projects and I get to be with you guys every Wednesday, right? That makes me feel better. I have a better mood already. The sun is out. Thank goodness it's not raining again for 30 days. There's a breeze coming through the window, right? We can just be present with what is. Notice our patterns, then work on changing them. Notice our feelings, and notice how those are related. Our thoughts really do impact our emotions just so much. And we can work on changing them. We don't have to just attach meaning to our thoughts. Right? So I have a thought that my kid is driving me crazy. Doesn't mean I'm a bad parent. Doesn't mean I'm a bad mom. Doesn't mean I'm going to do anything to my kid. It's just a thought and it's going to go by and there are going to be 59,999 more, right? Doesn't mean I'm a bad partner. Doesn't mean it means nothing. It's just neurons. So how do you be present with that? Notice that you're trying to judge yourself, give yourself a hard time, and avoid the discomfort. And how you can manage those emotions, right? I'm touching my stomach, which you guys can't see, sorry. You can place your hands on your stomach, maybe sit upright a little bit more without flaring your ribs, which is like this, right? Keeping your shoulders kind of just relaxed and down. Breathing into your stomach and noting where your discomfort is. Just being present with it. And when you get really good, there's even more layers to pulling that stuff back, of noticing your thoughts, your emotions, then your actions, right? Because when you are noticing those two pieces, you can then notice what you're doing about it, right? So if you're throwing tantrums all the time and stamping your feet, or you're being grumpy and then yelling at your partner or yelling at your kid, or I don't know what other grumpy things you're doing. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that reaction. All right, give me a thumbs up if you're feeling a little bit better, or if you have questions, because this is kind of funky stuff to think about your thoughts. Right, it's a very human experience. No other creature that I know of can think about its own thoughts. It's very meta, as the kids would say, right? But we have that special power, which is super cool. And if we could think about our thoughts, and we decide we don't have to assign meaning to them, right? I don't want to go to work today. Doesn't mean I don't love my clients and love my job and love being my own boss. It just means, thank you, I got a one thumbs up. Right? It doesn't mean anything about me. I can just move on. Who cares? I had a thought. In the end. All right, 2 thumbs ups. Thank you so much. All right, let's have a sip of coffee and we're going to close out with a breath. Ice cold. All right, so we're not going to touch our faces, but let's just rub our hands together. You can just rub. Create some heat. because I don't know about where you guys are, but in Connecticut, it's still kind of like cool in the morning. It feels like early spring/fall. And then I'm gonna take my glasses off. Ooh, can't see you guys, right? And place your hands, you don't have to touch your face, right? But just feel that heat and energy. I smell my husband cooking food. I feel my butt touching my pillow. And I feel the sun on my back and the breeze too. And just express some gratitude for yourself, for showing up here, for being present. Thank you, Gold Piece. I appreciate the thumbs up. And so let's sigh it out. Let's do a breath together before I sign off here. As always, I'm so grateful to have you all here. Let's give a high five to ourselves, right? A little internal gratitude. If you haven't joined my Facebook group, Uncaged with Rachel, I want to see you in there. We're going to be doing some work like this over the coming weeks. I have more to share. And I'm doing a webinar tomorrow night on how to manage the chaos, how to manage all this uncertainty with a good friend of mine, Mickey. And we're going to be doing it together. She's going to take one perspective, and I have, as a young parent, I'm going to take another. She's an executive coach, super cool stuff. So if you want to join, send me a DM or join my Facebook group and you'll find out all the details to log in. All right. Have a great week, everybody. And notice your patterns, let them go. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.